Let's be real for a second. For Honor Season 6 is a placeholder. Season 6 is meant to keep us mildly entertained into E3. With only 2 new reworks, 1 new map, and what looks like a special event similar to Texture Metal, this season, let alone For Honor U2, has been more of the same for the most part in terms of new content. But fear not, warriors. The For Honor dev team have recently announced that they will be making an appearance at this year's Electronic Entertainment Expo, aka E3. So what does this mean for us, the veterans who have stuck with the game for over a year now? In all honesty, it means the world to us in terms of this game's survival past the summer of 2018, but not in the typical way you may think. Most of us will take part in whatever the For Honor team has in store for us for this year, so why even do an E3 press conference? Let's explore this a little deeper, you know what I'm saying? Ill Nation, what's going on with you guys, man? It's Kidless Truth in the building, and today, man, we are back at your head with another discussion. In this discussion, we're talking about E3 and more so the For Honor team appearing at E3. So, you know, I feel like this is going to be like the make or break for the game itself. I feel like this is going to be like, it's kind of like its final stand in the sense of bringing new players in a mass. I know players are like constantly coming to the game at a smaller amount, but I mean, so much past the word of mouth for this game, more so as like this is the granddaddy of them all. It's the grand stage of them all, with it being E3, like the biggest gaming convention in the world, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing first, let's get one thing very clear. Ubisoft as a gaming publisher wouldn't even entertain the idea of For Honor having an open slot at an E3 press conference if they didn't have something substantial to show with it. With the vast lineup of Ubisoft titles such as the new Splinter Cell, The Division 2, a new Assassin's Creed, Skull and Bones, as well as the inevitable Rainbow Six Siege content coming in the next calendar year, why waste time on a product that has thus far been lackluster in terms of player retention and reviews? Now, don't get me wrong at all, y'all. Don't get me wrong at all. I believe the For Honor dev team in particular have done an amazing job at bringing this game to the state it's in today as far as connection and balance is concerned. But at the end of the day, there's a finite amount of time given at these press conferences. So if the big wigs over at Ubisoft deem it necessary to display what's next for Honor, it has to be something substantial. Not to mention that there's been a lot of time, manpower, and resources invested in For Honor as far as the dedicated servers, all the new shit that they brought to the game. So it doesn't surprise me that they would attempt to bring this game into the casual consumer's eye. And that's a perfect segue into the consumer. E3 is the biggest platform in terms of gaming. I mean, it's the Oscar of video games. And with that much clout comes the attention, hype, and news coverage. It's very clear that Ubisoft Montreal wants to see For Honor make a Rainbow Six Siege style resurgence in player count. And pending the correct calls such as new heroes and, most importantly, in my opinion, new game modes, more dynamic game modes, I believe they can attempt to pull it off. The infrastructure is now there with the dedicated servers and the lag compensations of the world. The community is thriving after a year's time. The Reddit is growing like crazy. The content creators have done their part to keep the game alive. I mean, goddamn, Splice has dropped the 14th part of his damn anti-gank series. Come on, man. Goddamn, we've done our part. I mean, but the weekly Warrior dev stream can only do so much. I look at it as singing to the choir. Only us For Honor veterans watch it. Mainstream media doesn't pay attention to it at all. And this is where E3 comes into play. With E3, the For Honor dev team can speak directly and indirectly to thousands of gamers and confidently enlist them to give the game a try. I mean, a free week should be mandatory at this point for the game during E3. I mean, to show a trailer displaying a new game mode or a whole game modes with new heroes and offer it all for free during the biggest stage in gaming, it would not only generate buzz in our little community, it would invoke a player uprising in a now stabilized environment thanks to the dedicated servers. And as it reaches past the stages of E3, countless news outlets such as IGN, GameSpot, and many others will post these trailers on their own website and YouTube channels. It will be the perfect storm of hype if done correctly, you guys. Which moves us to the last segment of the video. If this E3 showcase is done correctly, we could possibly see a resurgence in players on the battlefield. We could see more guys in the Weekly Warrior dev stream. Word of mouth could spread, and this game could see the comeback that the devs deserve to see. At this point, their commitment and perseverance has to be acknowledged. I want it for them more than anyone. Not to mention that the players and playtime increase could equal a solid justification to expend more resources to create more content for the game going into year 3 and possibly beyond. In my opinion, For Honor will live or slowly die based on this year's E3 showcase. They have to nail it in order for this game to thrive. We as a community have done our part thus far, and the dev team have supported this game exceptionally well with the time, tools, and resources they were given. Now it's up for the big wigs over at Ubisoft to showcase their revamped title for everyone to see. And in all honesty, I hope they kill it at this year's E3. So there you guys have it. With that being said, what do you guys think? What do you guys want to see at E3 this year? Not just For Honor, like any game in particular, but of course I know it's gonna be For Honor comments. So what would you guys like to see the dev team show off? Would you like to see like new game mode, a new heroes, like new weapons, new like maps, or like just something dynamic, something that really changes the game? You know what I mean? I see a lot of siege mode comments, so I think that'd be pretty dope. But let me know in the comment section down below. And I apologize for my lack of content. I got hit with some copyright like shit, so I had to take a couple videos down, but nonetheless we're gonna keep rocking how we rocking. And once again, my name is Still Is Truth. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, join the family. And yeah, man, we'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Peace to the world, peace to the earth. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we out, man. That's a wrap. Peace.